We're here with Alan Blanco from Center Concerts Only. Alan, can you please tell us how did you get in the industry? How did this all happen?
Well, I started messing around with different ideas. I'd probably say 20 years ago, building websites. Started trying to build something like Boat Trader first off, and I've always had this idea in my head that I wanted to create something in the boating industry, but I didn't know exactly what that was. And when people say that they failed and they failed and they failed, and that's exactly what happened. I failed at several different attempts, but I guess had that persistence in my head that failure really wasn't an option. I'm just going to keep trying until it works. And met Brian, which is a partner of ours, and Eric, which is back there, my brother-in-law, and actually formed Center Consoles Only. And with social media, the good thing about that compared to what we did in the past, we built some pretty nice platforms, but didn't have the ability to advertise, didn't have the capital to invest in marketing, and really didn't know what we were doing. So social media gave us the ability to put the work in and really gain traction, gain attention first, and then start introducing businesses and things like that. So we really did a lot of stuff just for free, just for the fun of it, just to create interesting content that people would hopefully enjoy. And then eventually that created opportunities, and now we're in a bunch of different things, but never really imagined that we'd be in this position when we started. But we're very blessed and grateful to have the support of so many people, and be doing something we enjoy, as much as we do.
Love it. So can you tell us a little bit, like a summary of exactly what it is that you're doing now?
Oh my goodness, how much time do we have here? So, here at the boat shows, I mean, really what we do is the media portion. So that's what we're known for. It's the forward-facing part of Center Consoles Only. So we work with manufacturers, product manufacturers, boat manufacturers, dealerships to create content on their products, boats, engines. We work with Mercury Marine, JL Audio, just to name a few, Simrad, Seakeeper. So we get the opportunity to create a lot of content for them, and that's what keeps the motor running on the social media side. But the good thing about that is what it does is it generates a lot of opportunities. Thankfully, because the fact that we're known and seen the way that we are throughout the industry, a lot of people come to us with these opportunities of either working with them in the media side, or becoming an equity partner in a business to utilize the strengths that we have as Center Consoles Only. And people might see us as just a few guys that do boat videos, but we see ourselves as entrepreneurs. What excites us is opportunity to create businesses. So right now, Center Consoles Only is basically the umbrella company, but within that, we have several different businesses that do everything from fabrication of boats. We consult for different manufacturers. We partnered up with La Cafetera, which is the coffee machine there, to do their distribution and a subscription service, and integrating that into the boat side of things. We work with NASCO, the clear bottom coating company. So basically, when we are offered an opportunity, one that makes sense for us to really grab hold of, we try to do that and then implement our strengths. And we have a great team. Brian builds out the websites. Eric does all the production media as well with Jason, one of our other guys. And then we have Mike that's on board with us now that works with us on the boating and the openfisherman.com website, which openfisherman.com is another thing, has 27,000 products. It's our online outfitter. So I could probably keep going on and on, but that's the thing. We try to get involved in a small part where we can implement what we do well in a bigger picture with people that do other things well. And usually as a team, we can become pretty violent overall. And thankfully, we've been pretty successful in a few of these endeavors that we've taken on.
Love it. And so you specialize on center consoles, obviously, right?
Only, yes.
What are some things that people should know when they want to buy a boat, right? If I want a center console, obviously, because you're the expert.
No, I don't know about that. I've seen a few.
What are some things that I should consider? What should I think about and research if I want to buy a center console?
It depends. There's so many different models out there today, and there's a lot of great quality production companies there now. So it really comes down to what you're going to do with the boat, I would say. There's some people that are going to do high stakes tournament fishing. They might need a 3-piece, semi-custom center console, something like a CB, a Contender, a Costa, something of that level. Maybe you're going to be doing more of the sandbar thing, and you have maybe a lesser budget or less that you want to invest in this part of your life. Maybe a 2-piece hull, production, a sea hunt boat, a sportsman is more along your alley. You know, people ask me all the time, which is your favorite boat? And I don't know. I usually say it depends what I'm going to do. I love, you know, the Costas, the CVs, the Valhallas, the Invincibles. But it depends what I'm going to do. I also like a lot of these day boats if I'm not going to do any fishing that are much more comfortable. I have two little girls, and it makes a lot more sense for what I'm doing. And then there's cats, there's monohulls. Again, what are you going to be doing? A cat is really good at certain things, but it's not good at some things. Monohull, same thing. It's really good at some things, and it's not great on other things. So I'd have a cat and a monohull, and I'd probably take each one out depending on what I was going to do that day. So a very loaded question, and I don't know. I'd have to speak to each person individually to see exactly what you have going on, your budget, your goals, your hopes and dreams, and then I could give you a pretty good list of what to look at. But I probably can't do it here. It's too broad a question.
Got it. So basically, the process is I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with the boat.
Yes.
And then we can talk about all the details and the different features of each boat.
Exactly. When you're ready, you call me.
Okay.
And then you say, okay, you know what, Alan, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. This is my budget. This is more or less the size. I want, one engine, I want 2 engine, 3 engine. And then we go narrowing it down, and we have a brokerage as well. So that's something we do with people, whether we work with them in our brokerage or not. You know, people call me all the time, or they send direct messages. And I've had 30, 45-minute conversations with people just about different boats they're looking at, in hopes that my experience or our experience helps them find out what it is that they want, whether they're looking to buy today or next year. It doesn't matter. The good thing, we've been blessed to probably have seen and experienced more boats than I would say almost anybody. I don't know who else has been on the wide array of different boats and brands and models that we have. And we're very thankful for it.
I see you every day. Every day you're posting different boats.
We're trying to jump on as many as we can, and all we do is learn. We go on with somebody, and they know a lot more about that boat than we do. So I'll usually go on and ask them, hey, run through this boat. Tell me what it's about. Mm-hmm. And then that's when our video comes. Maybe they don't want to be in the video, so I'll learn everything I can about the boat, and then we do our video. So we're basically getting the information we're picking up from that expert of that brand or model in particular, and then creating our content to be able to share it with the rest of the world that wants to, see it.
Awesome. I love it. Thank you so much, Alan.
No problem.
Amazing interview. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having me.